16 years younger than Prince Charles, Prince Edward, Duke of Edinburgh, is Queen Elizabeth's youngest son. As Oprah Daily reported, it's widely known that he'd always had a very close relationship with her. In fact, as his wife Sophie Rhys-Jones, Duchess of Edinburgh, told Sky News, in 2016, the couple and their family saw the Queen almost every single weekend. "We do see quite a lot of her," said Sophie. "We're over there most weekend riding," she continued, adding she sees quite a lot of us. But have the prince and his mother always been this close? Hello and welcome to Royal Scandal. Please do well to like, subscribe, comment and turn on the notification bell so as not to miss out on any news updates. This set the precedent for the type of relationship Prince Edward would have with both his parents. Unlike her relationship with Prince Charles and Princess Anne, Queen Elizabeth seemingly integrated Edward into her role rather than leaving him with nannies. That made her much more involved with his life. "Leave him with me, Mabel," the Queen would say some mornings to the nanny, revealed Seward. He'd be left with his mother, playing on the floor of her study while she worked at her desk on her state papers. Even after Edward became an adult, his mother remained involved in his life. As a result, both Edward and his wife Sophie were believed to be two of the Queen's most trusted members of the royal family. As a royal insider told Express, Edward has molded into a quiet and efficient figure who does not seek attention or acquire headlines. He and Sophie are liked for being dutiful and uncomplaining. Prince Edward married his wife Sophie Wessex in June 1999 after several years of dating. Sophie and Queen Elizabeth enjoyed a long and exceptionally close relationship, especially by royal standards. In 2016, the Daily Mail spoke to an unnamed royal aide who told the outlet that Sophie has managed to fill a void that was left when both Queen Elizabeth's sister and her mother died in 2002. The aide explained she talked to Sophie in the way she used to talk to Princess Margaret. In 2018, Good Housekeeping spoke to Susan Constantine, body language expert and author of The Complete Idiot's Guide to Reading Body Language, who analyzed the relationships between Queen Elizabeth and her children through the way they physically interacted with one another. Constantine was quick to point out that despite the monarch's royal demeanor, she loved being a mom. She said, "While Queen Elizabeth is groomed and trained in posture, you can still tell how much she adores her children." When it came to Prince Edward, Constantine believed that Queen Elizabeth enjoyed her son tremendously. As she put it after she looked at a photo of the two, her body language is screaming, "That's my baby." Constantine also compared how Queen Elizabeth appeared toward Prince Andrew to her relationship with Prince Edward, and noted that it seemed Edward and Queen Elizabeth had a lot in common. She explained, "You can also sense the difference between Edward and Andrew. Edward is reserved like his mother and Andrew is intense and powerful." Of all Queen Elizabeth's children, Prince Edward has arguably seemed least interested in pursuing life as a royal, and is the one who has most developed his own interests outside the family. For example, unlike his siblings and both his parents, he shunned the military, leaving the Navy after being enlisted for 4 months. Prince Edward was also more interested in the arts than in outdoor pursuits such as riding horses, which was a favorite pastime of Queen Elizabeth. As Sky News pointed out, for this and other reasons, some believed Edward might have been the weak link in the family. Prince Philip, Queen Elizabeth's husband, served the monarchy as the Duke of Edinburgh from the point of their marriage until his death in 2021. Ahead of his death, Prince Philip made it clear that he hoped Prince Edward would inherit the title once it was time. This desire was clarified by Buckingham Palace after the Institute released a statement explaining that Edward would indeed inherit the title after both his father and his mother passed on. Body language expert Judy James told Express that in her opinion, it was clear from stories such as this and from Queen Elizabeth's own interactions with Edward that he was her favorite child, or at the least the one she could most love out loud. As James said, as her youngest child and with a large age gap between himself and Charles and Anne, Edward seems to have been the baby that the Queen allowed herself to dote on openly, rather than adopting a rather more formal approach within public. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe.